Hello everybody. Welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And yeah, garden's a mess out here. Real mess. Look at all of this. I got some work to do. But I'm so troubled and busy trying to grab every little payable job I can get to make ends meet. A lot of my stuff is going downhill, and I got to get to it and get things cleaned up out here. So anyway, this is my redneck mousetrap version 2. Okay, in version 1, it was just this setup right here. Now the way this works is I got this little piece of 1-inch PVC pipe, and then I used a hole saw to cut out 2 pieces of wood that are the right size to fit inside of there, and then hot glued them into place. And then put screws inside of the holes with some hot glue so that these spin. Okay, and what the idea is, the mouse will come up the ramps one side or the other. They'll go after the sunflower seeds that are hot glued onto the roller, and then when they get on here, their weight alone causes this to rotate and they fall into the water. And not being excellent swimmers or anything like that, and no way to get out, end up finding them in there the next day. You can see a hole here where something tunneled in, and then out there you can see another hole, something tunneled in. And I had a couple right there, but I got that mouse that was down in there, and I don't know what's digging in there now, but something's moving dirt around pretty good there. So anyway, I don't know, maybe they're coming out on the other side. Well, it doesn't look like it. This is all desert-crete, so they can't really dig through this. Out here for the desert-crete, you can still see some of it there, but I couldn't put it right up against the door because I needed the door to be able to open and close. Well, I thought I needed it. I don't need it to do that anymore. But anyway, long story short, this is my mousetrap. So the problem I was having was, because the wind has blown away some of the panels from the top of the greenhouse, the birds have figured out how to get in here, and every evening they come in here and they sit in the trees, and they've been picking the leaves off the trees and eating those. They picked off all of my leftover grapes and ate all of those. But I got there's that grapevine I said that's resprouting, and the trees are all resprouting. They don't know it's winter. Anyway, so for version 2, I made a modification. And what did I do for a modification? Because the birds could get in here and they could land on that and peck off one of the seeds, and if the roller starts rolling, they have pretty good balance and they just fly away. So I had to do something to protect that. So what I did was, I took a second one of these kitty litter boxes and I cut the top ring off of it right where my fingers are, and then I cut a notch in each side. So now this will fit over the top here, and I can't do it with one hand really well. I'll finish getting it into place after I shut off the camera, but it does fit in there and it'll lock down. So the mice can still come up and go in through the hole, and as soon as they get inside of there, they're down. But the birds won't be able to see the seeds in there, so they shouldn't go in there to get the seeds. Hopefully it'll work. We'll see. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Part 1, closing off. Okay, a little add-on. I just put the top into place, and that's what it looks like, all set up. And that's it. The nice thing about this is, with a regular mousetrap, you get a mouse in it, and the mousetrap is out of service until you go clean it. With this one, the mice can go up and down and get trapped in there one after the other, and I could have a dozen caught on here without having to reset it. So that's what's going on with that. All right, another pause. So I'm back and going to conclude this video for the night. The little ones have moved over here into this original doghouse that I had built for the original dogs that were here, and they seem to have taken it over. Although I don't see all of them there, so either there's a couple inside. Oh no, there's still one over here in the hole that they made. And there's two of them. There's another one underneath there. So I just refreshed their water, used the old water to water my mulberry tree. And got that stuff all done, and everybody's fed. I got to remember to bring their little dog food scoop in. So the little ones are now eating solid food, but I don't have money to buy puppy food. So what I do is I take regular dog food, adult dog food, and I mix it with a little bit of water, and I've got some powdered mother's milk, and I mix that in there with it, and it gives the nutrition that they need. They seem to like it. They clean it up pretty well, but that's about it. So I did a little workout here in the shop today. I get everything closed up now, and hey, quit being a cranky old timer. Everybody's laying out everywhere around here. It's that time where they get rested up so they can run around and chase shadows in the darkness. The sun has just set. It's starting to cool down, and I understand we got a pretty decent cool down coming starting next week. By the end of next week, it's going to be way down in the low 80s for the highs during the day. And since we have about a 30-degree difference, moving into the 20-degree difference, but still a 30-degree difference right now. So that's going to put us way down cold coming nighttime. If it's only getting to the 80s, it's going to be in the low 50s for the nighttime. So I can see over there, I can see a couple planes with normal tails on the ends of them. Isn't that interesting? I'm not going to call them by name when they go all the way across the sky, because that always gets the let me get this back to one. There we go. Oops, I didn't get it back to one. There we go. That always gets the algorithms going crazy on these YT videos, and then you get all kinds of notices that you're not supposed to do that. Now, I did find recently, I wanted to mention this, I did find recently that anything I mentioned, talking to neighbors or anything like that, if I mentioned any subject, either that night or the next morning, I would be nailed with advertisements about products related to that subject. I was talking to my neighbor about his trailer and his grease cap that he needed, and the next morning I got up and there was an ad from a trailer company to buy trailer axles and parts. So I said, okay, I'm being spied on here, and I don't like that. I never liked AI, and they shoved it down our throats. Well, my neighbor sent me a link yesterday, and I checked it out, and there's some settings that you can change on your phone to shut all that stuff off so that AI no longer works on your phone and quits listening to you. It stops them from recommending ads from stuff that they hear while you're talking with your phone just sitting in your pocket. But I do have a few other issues with the phone. Just today, it kept turning itself on in my pocket, even though I've got the settings set for accidental touch. And it was turning itself on in my pocket, and I'd be walking along, and all of a sudden I hear a voice coming out of my pocket, and I'm like, what the heck is this? And I check my phone, and it was on some type of an ad or a video or something like that. And then I noticed it was taking pictures by itself in my pocket. What the heck? So I got to figure out what's going on with that. Anyway, that's all we have. Hey, look at that. One of the tails disappeared, but the other one's still there. Huh. Go figure. No others in the sky anywhere, though. That's all smog there, purple. That's all smog. All right, so I'm going to cut this off, go inside and get it uploaded. Attach all the other little parts that I did earlier. I was just watching the news. The hurricane has made land in Florida. Bill M., I hope you're doing okay out there with your wife. Yeah, our prayers are with you. Everybody's praying for you guys down there, and I hope the heck that everybody gets through this safely. They said it is not a good thing right now. Well, thanks. This is G Bear signing off.